I just thought I'll come along and show you some more flowers. I do have dozens and dozens of flowers, handmade flowers on my website on YouTube. But people keep asking me, you know, can you do another video on how you do them? So what I've decided, these are the new crochet laces. And I'm going to show you how to use these and make a flower. Now, these approximately measure, I think it's 20 inches, 18 to 20 inches. And I don't have a ruler on. Oh yes I do, sorry. I do apologise. For a gathered lace, I usually use between 18 and 20 inches. So we've got 12, 14, 18, there's 20 inches there. Now I'm going to need a needle and thread, because you can just glue them or you can use a needle and thread. It's just as easy. You're only doing a running stitch. Now we've got tons, and I mean tons of new stuff in. So run along, because the prices are just fantastic. And you know, you can't go wrong, can you, with a good deal? So what I'm going to do now is just to tidy this up, cut all the excess rubbish off. Don't worry about it. I'm still waiting for the glue gun. It should be ready. Should be. Oh, while I'm at it, look. For my dolls' faces, I managed to find some individual eyelashes. When I say individual, they're like little groups. Get into it. Like that. Come on, why is it not working? Oh, there you go. See? Don't know if you can see that. So there's like 5 or 6 different lash to each one. And they're perfect for my dolls. So I'm going to do a doll and try those. I think they're fine anyway. Makes me laugh, because when I was a teenager I used to have them in mine. Right. Take your needle and thread, and just, if you're using crochet lace like this, you need to make a couple of stitches to start with. That holds that tight. Now I use the loop here. See the little, I don't know if you can see, the little hole here. Just to gather that up. It's so easy. Even. And sorry if you can hear the workmen. We've got workmen in. They've been in since Monday. Putting new fencing up, doing the guttering, painting the walls, you name it, they're doing it. But it's about time. After 18 years, they've done naff all here. So, it's about time the council started spending money where it should go. Now, let's have a look. Just, like I say, use the holes, go right to the end, it's not going to hurt it. Yeah, the guy's putting the fence in, so you'll hear quite a bit of hammering. I've just made him a drink. Keeps him happy. I'm warm. This is going to make approximately a 4-inch wide, because this is 2 inches wide, so it's going to make a 4-inch wide flower. Right, so we've done that. Then all you do is take the 2 ends together. Now, I try and hold that out the way. You're going to stitch into the fabric, into the lace, and pull that as tight as you can. And then just give that some tacking stitches. And then what I'm going to do is just to stitch up the side. Now I generally just glue mine, but I'm going to stitch this first, then I can trim the edges. Probably give it a little bit of glue anyway. So that's that. And that gives us a base for a nice big flower. Now just turn it round, finger and thumb, spin it round till you get that pretty flat. So now what I'm going to do is to put on a smaller lace flower, which I Just let me get my lace trim. And I'm going to continue using these crochet trims, I think. Yeah. So I've got 2 or 3 here, but I also want to put a little bit of normal lace on there first, because that's 2 inches wide, so you need something about 1.5 inch wide. So I have that here, which is a nice, really pretty lace. So again, I've knotted the end, and this is a gathered one. We do have it in the shop. Not much left of it though. So we're going to just tap the end, and again you just do a running stitch. Again, I've used about 20 inches long. Now, if you only use 8 or 10 inches, your flower will generally pucker. And by that, when it's gathered, instead of it laying flat, it's going to sit up like that. And it really doesn't help your flower. Whereas if you put plenty of gather in it, you get a really good flounce, what I call a flounce, which is a nice gather, more natural looking, and it just looks better altogether. And even though I'm doing each layer the same, roughly the same, between 18 and 20 inches, it's going to lay really nice. So we just finished this. I mean, you don't have to fuss too much. You see, my needle came out. I should have known that would happen. But never mind. Oh. Just go back and finish that off. There we go. You want to make sure you start where you left off. I think I've chosen the wrong needle. It's catching a bit, but I use this needle for all sorts. Now we do have the long needles in, ladies and gents. We have them in a slightly different pack. The last pack we used was you only got 3 needles. This one's got a variety of needles in for the same price. So, you know, you might as well just grab that. Plus, we also have these scissor sets in. Very, very good price, and you get about 5 or 6 different pairs of scissors. Oh. And I use them, so, you know, if they're good enough for me, they're good enough for you. That's how I say it. Right, again, go back to the beginning, lay that flat, put them 2 together. Now, I'm not going to stitch up there because I'm going to glue that. This is a finer lace. But just pull it together, like that. Make sure you tuck that in. Oh, stab myself. Get in there. Like that. Just going to get this ready for the next one because I do want a central piece in it. Or might not. I have to wait and see what it turns out like. So, there we go. Let's find the end. Just going to give it a little bit of a glue. Why isn't that glue working? Well, it would if you turned it on, silly woman. Forgot to turn it on the main thing. But look, we just spread that about so you're getting a nice even surface, a flounce, and that will then sit on that. Ain't that gorgeous? Look at that, beautiful. So while we're waiting for the glue gun, which I, trust me, forgot to put on, we're just going to use this now. Because this is a smaller centre, you don't need as much. So I'm going to just shape that off. And probably about 12 inches. So we say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe don't need that. We'll do 8, 10. Yeah, we'll do 12. So I want a really nice gather. If, as I'm going along, it feels too much, I don't need to carry on with it. I can stop and cut it, and we don't waste anything either. So again, the other end's ready. Now there is a right and wrong side to these. Hope you're seeing this. The ridge side is the correct side. This is the outer side people will see, and the flat side with no pattern on is the bit that will be underneath. So like I say, we're just going to start and do a running stitch on this. And I can see by that gather how it's going to be. Well, I can keep going a bit. Now watch when I pull it. When I pull it together, it's giving you the flower. So that's about half the flower. Not quite, but nearly. Let's try it again. I think we'll just use the 12 inches. 10 would do, but I like lots of flounce in mine. It just makes the best flowers. And we do see most people using this now, this technique of using longer strips to make really ruffled, beautiful flowers. Again, go back to the beginning, flatten that out. I'm not going to stitch that because I will glue it. Pull on that, catch the other side, and hey ho, you have a gorgeous flower. And you only need a few tacking stitches because you are going to be gluing them on top of each other, the layers. So just do that. That seals the flower, and you can't see. Finger and thumb to hold, finger and thumb to pull. And all you're doing there is to even the flounce out. See, like that. Now that alone would make a fantastic flower. Isn't that gorgeous? A vintage flower. So these are for sale in the shop. But right now we're just going to do this. So we're going to do these layers. I might do some smaller flowers actually. And I do sell what I make. All we do is put those two together, push that in. That's nice. Nice flounce. Take the same of this and pop that in. Like that. And I can't see what I'm looking at. I just need to pull in a little bit. Right, and then what I'm going to do is, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? But you don't need to just, you know, you can put buttons in, you can do all sorts. I'm just using a flower. But I'm also going to use some of this, which is back in the shop at the moment. And it's the, Beaded Trim. I will if I can get it off. It's just all different strands of beads, and all you do there is pop a little bit of glue on it. And I like to add things to mine, you see. So I just put that in there. Again, it's enhancing the flower. Move the needle out of the way. And a stick pin. Now, I'm just going to take one of these that's already been made. And then we find out where I want it. I'm going to put that in there. Like that. And already you've made a beautiful, beautiful flower. Isn't that gorgeous? These little bits just trim off. So trim it down to the pearl. You can still further enhance it, because from that you can then add under here a tassel of some sort, or whatever you want to do. But great flowers, and they don't take long to do. So that will be in the shop shortly. And of course the price reflects the amount of lace that's been done. So Let's just try one of these again. And I'm going to use two different ones. I've got that one and that one. So let's get to the... Well, trust me not to have it ready. Just fold it up a bit, right. So again, with this one, if you buy this one, I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, which gives me that nice size flower. I'm going to cut a couple of those. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then on top of that, we're going to add some of this. So let's have a look at this. Yeah, we've got a good start there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. But watch what happens. It makes a gorgeous flower. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I'm just going to make these flowers up at the moment. I think I can get one left out of this cotton. Just going to even it out a little bit more. Like that. Now, the tighter you pull the centre, the more gathered it will look. But if you want to leave it a little bit, so, you know, it's a little bit flatter, then just leave a bigger... Don't do it as tight in the middle. That's what I'm saying. Then you can get one more out of this. Cut the end. Pull it tight. I'm not going to do mine as tight. I'm going to loosen it a little bit. Oh, like that. I have to rethread my needle. Yeah, like that. You see? So we've got that one, and then all I'm going to do is attach the smaller one. It's not actually smaller, but it does give it a good look. See, like that. And to that, now we can add, oh, I don't know, something like this. Where's my pliers? Which is an old, oops, now, see, I did a mistake there because I tried to pull that off and sometimes it does break them. But never mind, let's just see if we can still do this. Let's just try and break that off. Oh, because it can be glued in to place. Oh, no. Failing that, try another. Oh dear, I need to make sure. I've done exactly the same with that one. That means that that was a weak one, but we can use them somewhere else. That's not a problem whatsoever. Okay, let's have a look. We do have some other ones. Let's see if we can do this one. Oh look, I've got a bee. Go, because you don't have to put flowers in. See, you can put a little bee in or something like that. I actually want to put a flower in it, and I might just do that one. I'm going to do that one, I think. Yeah, I like these. I handmade these before. I do have a video on them, and they're so easy to make. And there you go. And then that can then go on to another flower. Now let me just have a look, because I do have ribbons that I can use. Like I say, we do have this in the shop. Beautiful cream ribbon, satin ribbon. Again, I'm going to use about 20 inches. I've not measured it, but I would use the same 20 inches. Take a flamethrower. Now we are getting these back in, folks. At the moment, we're sold out. Okay. Just going to rethread my needle. But if you've got several different laces, several different ribbons, you can mix and match and make some awesome flowers. Okay, we'll do it this way. So what I'm going to do is to bring that forward like that. So I've got the ribbon. And I've just brought that over and creased it. Just go to the edge and sew that. Like that. And then again, sew that. Fold it over and sew it. Do that again, so you're making like a square. Okay, so what we've got is like a square. Like that. And then we do that again. Just take that out. And again. And again. Just keep folding it over. Now you can do these as long as you like. Like I said, I've used about 20 inches on this particular one, so that's given us 6 petals at the moment, but you can do them longer. And then if you do a really long, you do a metre of them, a full metre of this, just turning it over. Once you pull it, then you can roll the flower. You just start to roll it like that, and you end up with a beautiful flower. Really, really nice. Excuse me. Put some stamen in the middle, bit of bling, gorgeous. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just to cut this, try not to cut the thread. Also just burnish the end, stop it from fraying. Oops, nearly lost that. And pull. See, like that. Make sure all matching the same way. And then all I do is take that end that you started at. Like that. Don't worry about this bit. We can burnish that off. Although I don't always, because I think it adds to the flower. Continue joining those two together like that, you see, and then you end up with a flower like that. So you can leave that on like that. I'm not going to, all I'm going to do is just cut that and just burnish that off, only because of the type of flower that I'm going to be doing. But you can leave that on and add it as a, you know, something different to the flower. So I'm just going to trim that. Glue gun down, there we go, over there. Right, and then what I'm going to do is, do I want it that way or that way? Actually like it that way. And just add that. Oops, glue, where is my glue? Glue, glue, glue. Oh, here we go. go. Just add that to that. And then a really quick oops, I'm going to do slightly longer on this one because I'm going to do an outer edge. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I'm going to take 20 scallops. Right, as I was saying, sorry the camera went off, so you might have missed that. What I've done is, I've done 2 layers of different crochet trim. That's that one and that one, using this one as a top. I then did a row of ribbon, and then a row of this one again, and then put a little bit of leather on the back. I've since put this in, which is just a stamen. I'm also going to use a little bit of this trim again. Like I say, we do have this in the shop at the moment. So it's just beaded trim. Just going to pop that in the back with the beaded stamen. Cut down all the excess bits. If I think it's a little bit too, just trim it down like that. And then if I wanted to, I could just add in a stick pin. Do you know what? Let's just see if we've got one that's a little bit different. What's this one? Yes, got like a flowered diamante one, and I think we'll pop that there. Just in there like that, and you've just made a nice fancy flower. Using odds and sods, you don't really need to use much. So we've gone from that one to that one, and they're very easy to do. I just want to share this with you. I have completed this mini sewing table. It is for sale in the store, and it's got and the only thing I wanted to do, I needed to glue those scissors in. That was one thing I wanted to do, which, do you know what, I might just pop onto there like that. Yeah. So we've got like the little glass jar with all the beads in. I've used seed beads for this. We've got a drink there, sewing machine with the pins, scissors, fabric going through the sewing machine. I've stuck a bead on using some thread, bales of material, little plant made out of the beads. These are glass beads, and then I've used a cotton reel. So I've got a little bird there for decoration. We've got different cotton reels on here with fabric on as well, some down there. Little cotton reels there, buttons, and then underneath I made the bucket and put the handle on, put the wool in with the knitting needles. This is a gift all ready to go. Another little glass jar with some more knitting needles on, and I actually have these in the shop that you are already knitted. Another larger reel with some ribbon, pattern books, and then I made this box just out of paper. Added another bolt of fabric there and a bolt of trim there, and it was on a reel that had some trims on, and I didn't want to waste it. So there you go. Oh, there's some scissors here as well. Yeah, tape measure. Made these as well, just out of foam board. Just a little thimble there. It is a button, but it looks like a thimble stood up. Some little pins, safety pins. Just little bits and pieces that you have lying about that you collect. So I hope you like that. And like I say, it is for sale in the shop right now. And so run along if you want to get that. Now, what else have we got? Shop news. Let's have a look. Shop news is not much, apart from what I've already told you. We do have some new fabrics in, new laces in. We've got some old stock in as well. And we've topped up on all the others that you've been requesting. I hope that's all been helpful. Thanks for watching. Take care. Drop by the shop, please, otherwise you miss out. And then you'll be going, I didn't see it. So I do get people to say, what happened, Fee? You said that on the video there was this, there was that. When I went to the shop, it had gone. You have to grab it now. Bye-bye for now.